What's up, guys? Flood the Drummer here, out in the far northeast in front of the home of the officer Ryan Pownhall, who killed David Jones. 7 district officers just showed up. We'll give you a look at them. 2 officers just showed up on the scene. I believe there's more officers on the way, so listening to the scanner. Activists are now outside the home of David Jones. He is the alleged killer of David Jones from the 15th district. 2 officers just arrived on the scene. Some activists are already putting up signs up on the poster to give you a shot of. That's Ike Raw, lead organizer of the Justice for David Jones Coalition. And here are some of the signs they've put up on the pole here. As you can see, wanted for murder of David Jones. This here is the house of Ryan Pownhall. He was just outside. There's more cops coming up now, up the street. These are 7 district police officers who are responding to this. Here's Asa Khalifa, beginning the rally with the bullhorn.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
So we're going to let you guys listen to the action
No
for a while.
justice.
No peace.
No racist.
Police.
No racist.
Police.
No racist.
Police.
We are here because we want this police officer, Ryan Pownhall, to know that we charge you with murder.
More officers are showing
You
up
killed
on
our
the scene.
brother
There's
David
another 7
Jones,
district officers
and we
showing
are
up
not going to allow that to go unscathed.
so far.
You killed our brother
If
David
you're just
Jones,
tuning in, this is Flood the
and
Drummer.
shot
We're in the
him
far
back.
northeast. We're in front of
You
the
murdered
home of
him,
Officer Ryan
and we
Pownhall, who
want
killed
justice
David
for
Jones.
David Jones.
This is the
We are
home.
now in front of the house.
There's more cops that are now arriving on the scene. These are 7 district police officers who are responding to this. As you see, they have their sirens
Black
on.
Lives Matter movement. This is what democracy looks like. Do you understand? We are
We have
not
more officers arriving on the scene now. These are officers from the 7th district who are now arriving. There's almost a dozen officers now arriving on the scene in front of Officer Ryan Pownhall's property. There's a neighbor that's now coming out.
Justice for David Jones. He deserved justice. He did not deserve to be shot in the back. He did not deserve to be shot in
Philadelphia,
the
probably more than you did.
Neighbors are starting to come out. We have more officers from the 7th district who are now arriving on the scene. If you're just joining us, we're out here in the far northeast where activists have taken to in front of the home of Officer Ryan Pownhall. 7 district police officers are now performing a line in front of his home. We're going to take you to in front of the house. Officers are forming a line. You can see coming out of there is officers just coming out the home to make sure that he's okay. These officers, I believe, arriving from the 7th district, lining in front of the home of Ryan Pownhall. Ryan Pownhall is accused of killing David Jones on June 8th. Ryan Pownhall was outside in the alley just a few minutes ago. This is the home of Officer Ryan Pownhall. 7 district police officers have arrived on the scene to protest. There's about over a dozen officers now who have arrived on the scene. They have formed a line in front of the home. As Asa Khalifa now is speaking. They're going to stay in the streets and stay along off of their property. I believe that as long as they're off of the property of Officer Ryan Pownhall, they'll be fine. They're moving closer and closer into the street, however.
Get no fucking peace. No peace on your block. No peace in your neighborhood. We want justice for David Jones. This racist, bigot, pig, cop murdered our dear brother, but this is not the first time that he shot someone. He shot another brother, our dear brother Carnell. He shot him in the back while he was running, while he was fleeing. He has a murderous spirit. He tried to kill our first brother, paralyzed him. Today, he cannot walk because of this racist pig. And now, 2017, murdering our dear brother, David Jones, a father.
There's now more than a dozen police officers, I believe, from the 7th district who have arrived onto the scene. We're on Brittle Street in the far northeast. We're in front of the home of Officer Ryan Pownhall. He's a mid-30s police officer, white cop who killed David Jones on June 8th.
Black and brown people. But we're here to say Black Lives Matter, and we don't give a fuck how y'all feel about it. We want black people. We want justice for black people. We want you pig, racist, cracker cops to be held accountable when you murder black and brown people. We say fuck the police. We don't give a goddamn how you feel about it. We want justice for our brother David Jones. Fuck the police. Fuck God, brother. Fuck this pig that killed our dear brother.
Neighbors are now coming out. You can look up the street. Neighbors are coming outside of their home on Brittle Street in the far northeast. There are, I believe, more cops from the 7th District who will be arriving here soon. Ike Raw from the Justice David Jones. Can we get a quick comment? What do you have to say about the cops who arrived on the scene? How many of them are far in the line of their home?
They're protecting the house. They're protecting the fucking murderer. He allowed to kill black men, shoot black men in their fucking back. He's a pussy. He's a pussy. Fuck him. Fuck the police, man. Fuck all of them.
Why'd you guys decide to come up here today? You knew that you guys would bring cops out, right?
Absolutely. That's what we do. The disruptions ain't stop. What y'all thought we stopped? The disruptions don't fucking stop until we get justice. For this racist son of a bitch that likes shooting black people. Fuck him.
We're going to do a quick line on the officers.
Brother David Jones, and we don't give a damn about respectable politics at this point. We want justice or else. That's what we want.
All you bitch ass niggas that
We want justice or else. We're going into your motherfucking neighborhood. This is where the pig cop lives, right here.
These are officers from the 7th District who have responded onto the scene on Brittle Street as activists have descended on to demand justice for David Jones. We're going to do another quick plans. We're going to have just badge numbers of these officers who are out here.
Right in front of this pig's house. I want y'all to do what the Black Lives Matter movement has taught you to do. Be fucking militant when it comes to these motherfucking cracker pigs not getting held accountable when they murder black and brown people.
Fuck up.
All the way up. Murder.
Fuck you, man.
Our brother. Yes. David Jones.
That's right. All these cops.
Come on, we got time. We're going to stay out here as long as the fucking take. Get in your cars and come. Because we're here to let y'all know.
Tiffany, get a quick comment from you why you guys decided to come up here today.
Because it's almost 3 months and nothing. It's not fair.
Byrtle Road.
He's living his life every day.
Yeah,
DJ is in the ground, 6 feet under. He's gone. We don't have him no more. He got his family. He got his boys in blue. He got his blood family. He got his relatives. He's resting comfortably in his house while DJ resting in the ground.
Are you surprised at all about the amount of police who showed up, or was this what you're expecting?
I'm expecting more.
Okay.
I'm expecting more. I mean, I might end up in handcuffs. It is what it is. I mean, I'm out here for DJ because I give a fuck. I don't care who else in Philly don't give a fuck. I do.
It's not getting swept to turn up on him now. It's not getting swept under the fucking rock.
Grab the signs. Neighbors, as you can see, are coming out and looking. Again, if you're just joining us, we are in the far northeast on Brittle Street, Brittle Road. This is the block where Ryan Pownhall lives, in the 15th District. Ryan Pownhall stands accused of killing David Jones on June 8th. Officers now from the 7th District have responded to this scene. Asa Khalifa is on the bullhorn. As you see, Ike Raw, lead organizer of the Justice for David Jones Coalition, is getting in signs. More cops who believe are on their way. Neighbors are standing out now, trying to see what's going on. There's about more than a dozen officers who have responded to this scene. They have formed a line in front of Ryan Pownhall's home. More than 24 officers, the majority of them have formed a line in front of David Jones's home. This is on Bridle Road, B-R-I-D-L-E, B-R-I-L-E.
We say justice for David Jones. Justice for David Jones. Justice for David Jones. Justice for David Jones.
Justice for David Jones.
Justice for David Jones.
Justice for David Jones.
Justice for David Jones. If we don't get no justice,
You don't get no peace.
if we don't get no justice,
And you don't get no peace.
More officers now are responding. More officers are responding to the scene of this protest. As you see, officers are now taking down the posters that the activists just put up. Let's see if we can get a picture of that. Officers are taking down the signs the activists just put up and balling it up. More than now, at this point, more than 24 officers have responded to the scene of this protest. this point, it seems as though the officers are now responding in more of a show of solidarity rather than protecting the home. There's only 5 or 6 protesters out here. We're going to do another quick line of the cops. If you're just joining us, we're out here on Brittle Road in the far northeast, where activists have descended in front of the home of Officer Ryan Pownhall in the 15th district.
Why are you in his face? Why are you in his face? Leave our brother alone. Leave our brother alone. Don't let that motherfucking white privilege come in here.
Officers just had to move some other way.
For justice for David Jones. We don't give a fuck how y'all feel about it.
The gentleman, I guess, who tried to impress one of the activists who was putting up one of the signs. I believe he's a neighbor.
Let's go. Sir, now I'm trying to calm things down.
Well, that's
You can
fine.
walk.
I'm a reporter. I'm not an activist, sir. I'm just reporting. I'm just reporting,
Shake my
sir.
hand, my friend.
I'm just reporting, doing my job, sir.
Okay, thanks.
I have my press pass very visible. Not a member of the activist at this moment. As you see, the officer was ready to respond with a level of aggression here. They are forming a line in front of the home of Officer Ryan Pownhall. Again, we believe now at this point that this is less about protecting the home. This is more about showing a line of solidarity with the officer. The officer has been on administrative leave since the shooting, and then since then he was released, removed from his property. Excuse me, he was placed on administrative leave only about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. If you're just joining us, we're on Brittle Road out in the far northeast in front of the house of Officer Ryan Pownhall, who stands accused of killing David Jones.
Why am I being challenged walking down the street?
Right.
Well, he's not saying anything about what you're talking about. I live in this city. I pay my
You're
taxes.
absolutely correct.
Right. Don't try to make up laws. You enforce the law. You don't make them up.
I'm
Then leave me alone and don't talk to me. I didn't say a word to you. Leave me alone.
Right.
Leave me alone. I'll walk wherever I want.
Leave our comrade alone.
If you want to arrest me, be my guest. Be my guest. Yeah, you tried.
John,
and
can you
I'm
give us
gonna go where
what
I want.
happened?
She's telling me I can't walk up here because they're keeping the parties separate.
Okay.
Now we're parties. Now we're parties.
Officer,
here.
can you give us a
Get away from
statement?
me,
This is Christian Arts with Technical Online. Are activists not allowed to move forward in the block? Are they being contained to a certain
I'm
neighborhood?
trying to keep everybody safe. Sir.
I understand. I'm
trying.
just actually as a member of the press, just so I understand. Okay. But activists cannot move forward, correct?
You can.
Okay.
Go free.
We can move on the street that our taxpayers pay for. So let the fucking
You get me out of here. Sure, here you go. When you want to threaten me in front of a cop, go right ahead. Basically, you just told me to get out of your face. Get away from me. Get away from me. Don't come up here.
Confrontation.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You came up here, pal. I live up here. I live up. Get your hands off me.
Leave our allies alone. He's the only one being
He
violent.
came up and
He's the one being violent. You're going to do it just like Carlsville. You're going to protect the fucking spigot. Leave our allies alone.
Get these violent people the hell away from us.
Stop intimidating our allies and get the motherfucking racist that came over here. You're a racist bigot. I called you one. You're a fucking racist bigot. You're a racist fucking bigot. That's what you are.
I can do it too. What's the matter? It don't matter.
I'm just a member of the press, so I have nothing,
Black lives matter all the fuck we want to. Take your racist ass
I'm
in
just
the
observing,
house.
sir.
Go in the house.
I have my press pass visible. I'm just doing my job.
No, I
In the house, you racist bigot. Go in the house.
What's her name? What's her name?
This is Officer Murphy, one of the few black cops who've shown up.
You are despicable.
Why is that not for you?
Badge number 7391. This is Officer Murphy's badge number
Officer Ray, the
7391.
black one,
We believe from the
holding
15th
it up for the
district.
white cops.
If I had done
Right
that
here.
to you, if I had done that to you, my face would be in the concrete, and you know it. You know it. She put her. You don't touch me for no reason.
on our comrade.
No,
You
she
got
put her
it
hand on
there.
my chest and shoved me. I wasn't doing a thing, and you're on film doing it. You're on video. You assaulted me, because if I'd have touched you, I'd have been arrested for exactly what you did. You guys are supposed to enforce the law, not make it and break it.
What's that number?
You're on notice.
That 1391 Murphy.
Okay? Cops aren't the only people to
No relation to Eddie.
You keep your hands off people. Don't assault people. Because if I shoved you, these guys would have my face in the concrete. And you know it. You know damn right well.
This is a largely
Now, I didn't
white
come here to get
neighborhood that's
pissed
not
off, but you
responding well
keep
to
your
these
hands off
protests.
it. And you guys, when you
White
see him
cops
do
have
it,
shown up.
arrest her for assault. Arrest her.
Keep your hands off our allies.
Do your job or
For these
quit.
cops. They call you a nigga as soon as they turn your damn back. You gotta understand what time it is. Your damn badge and your uniform is not going to protect you from anti-blackness. This is why we're telling you, black cops, it's not going to protect you from anti-blackness. They still look at you when you take that uniform off. You're still a nigga to them. You're still a nigga in this damn neighborhood. If you did not have that uniform on, officer, and you were driving like our dear sister Sandra Bland, you will end up in the same fate she is. Your uniform is not going to save you from anti-blackness. We keep telling you that. It should bother you. It should bother you because of your anti-blackness. It should bother you because you're cooning out for the white cop. It should bother you. You should be bothered. That's why you keep doing it, because you're not bothered. You don't have no conscience. We are now occupying this block with that David Jones. This is now a Justice for David Jones coalition and a Black Lives Matter occupation. We are tired of these racist cops coming into our community.
As you're just joining us, we're out here on Brittle Road. It's a largely white neighborhood.
Now we are in.
The protesters have descended in front of the house of Ryan Pownhall, who stands accused of killing David Jones. This is a largely white neighborhood. The mostly white cops have responded. Ace. He's coming to come throw these things in the trash. I believe these signs and take them off.
Don't touch our sister. Do not touch her. Do not touch our sister. Do not touch our sister.
It's the second time this gentleman, this officer, the officer who tried to remove him the first time. This is the officer who tried to remove him the first time.
I wanted to pick it up. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And you walk for them, you don't walk to him. He gets to walk out. Unbelievable.
You put your hands on any one of our sisters, you will be stretched. Believe that. You will be knocked the fuck out if you put your hands on our sisters. You better control these motherfuckers. Then bring your ass over here then. Fuck the talking, because you're not going to intimidate us. Fuck you and fuck this pig that y'all hold their protection. I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'll say what the fuck I want to say. You come over and stop it. You come over and stop it. You come over and shut us the fuck up.
Here's a racist here asking for the tax returns of a black woman. Here's a white man asking for the tax returns of a black woman. This is a largely white neighborhood. Now the cops are building a wall over here.
Come over and set me the fuck up. Come on and set me up. Come on and fucking set me up. Y'all fucking bad. Come the fuck over and set me up. I'm a bitch for a hurt. Come set me up. Fucking racist ass crackers. Fuck y'all.
How much money you make? $1 million a
Fuck
year?
y'all.
You
You don't know where the fuck we live at. Yeah, whatever. I see you ain't coming the fuck over here.
You ever heard of that? Yeah, that's where I live.
Fuck out of here. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. You kill black and brown people. Fuck the police. Fuck this neighborhood.
You gonna say how much I make? I got a doorman. You got one? I got a doorman 7-card note. You got one? Right? Yeah, you are the doorman. You wait on me. You don't want that. You Martin Luther King paved the way.
He's not.
You understand that?
not worth it.
Martin Luther King paved our way for you to be a cop. And you standing there smirking with him. You black when you wake up, you gonna be black when you go to sleep. How you gonna sit here and smirk with them? A black man was shot in the back. He's dead. Shit, he in there eating dinner at his table. Go to that cemetery and dig David Jones up and hug him. You're the only black one over here. What you looking at? You looking for another one? Ain't no more.
She's talking to you, brother.
Officer
That's who she's talking to. Come on over here with us. And stop sitting over there with them that call you a fucking nigga every time you turn your back. Come over here with us.
He should be retired already. He needs fucking
If I only made $1, it don't deserve that we get for murder.
Yes, you can. Then how do you know I'm talking to you?
This is what we're saying. They do not care about black, brown, or poor people. They only care about property and protecting their own.
Let's go in your house. Everybody go in your house.
Yeah, see ya. See ya.
Everybody get in.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Bye-bye.
No justice, no peace.
Bye-bye.
We'll be back. We'll be back. We got his address. So it's all good. You'll see us again.
anything pop.
It's going to be just like all time.
Gonna ask me how much I make.
We'll be here for Thanksgiving. We'll be here for Christmas if we here. We'll keep coming the fuck back. We'll be here for his kids' birthdays. All that. All that.
You said you was going home. You still talking. Oh, how much you make? $1 million.
We want justice for David Jones.
For daycare.
If we don't get no
Yeah.
justice, you will get no peace.
They called the SWAT team out here.
SWAT team have a lot
They
of
always bring
machines.
They got the SWAT team out here. Everything. Police always protect the property over people.
Oh, let me get a picture. I gotta get a picture of the SWAT. It's 10 of us, SWAT. It's 10 of us, SWAT. It's 10 of us.
I want y'all to film
It's
the
10
cop
of
that
us.
killed our dear brother David Jones.
Right.
He's the only one in the street.
They got SWAT. Are you
They
serious?
pulling out.
Yeah. SWAT.
We out here because we demand justice for David Jones. We demand justice for David Jones. Get a look at the cop's house. This is where he lives. I want y'all to organize and come back. I want y'all to organize and come back every day on this block until this pig is arrested and charged with murder. We got him live on Facebook. Exactly. That's the address. I want y'all to organize. We can't be here every day, but y'all can be here. Organize, get in contact with our brother Ike Raw and in the coalition.
Right.
Get in contact with us.
Hey.
Get in contact with me. I got you.
We will give you the instructions and legal. Organize. Good. You're coming tomorrow? Wonderful. You have the fucking address. Organize. This street should not have any peace until that pig cop is arrested and charged with murder of our dear brother David Jones.
Say his name.
David Jones.
Say his name.
David Jones.
Say his name.
David Jones.
What's his name?
David Jones.
Say his name.
David Jones.
Say his name.
David Jones.
What's his name?
David Jones.
What's his name?
David Jones.
Say his name.
David Jones.
Say his name.
David Jones.
Say his name.
David Jones. David Jones. David Jones. His name was David Jones. He was loved and he was respected. He did not deserve to be shot down in cold blood by a racist bigot who had no business wearing the badge and no business on the force. This is what we're saying. I know there may be some good people on the block, but we want you to know that our lives matter too. Black people matter also. And we feel pain when cops kill our loved ones in cold blood and nothing happens. It's the same if one of your loved ones was murdered and a police officer did not get charged. This is why we're out here. This is why we have to disrupt. Because the pigs are not being held accountable. So the people must rise and hold them accountable. They work for us. They work for us. And we want justice. Just like any other person would want justice. When you kill someone, you go to jail.
Right.
You don't get home and go home and watch your reruns of Roseanne. You go to jail when you kill someone. The police are no different than anybody else. They are public servants who work for the people. people, the taxpayers, must rise up and hold them accountable. This is what we're talking about. This is what democracy looks like. We want justice for David Jones. If we get no justice, they will get no peace. If we don't get no justice, they will get no peace. If we don't get no justice, they will get no peace. If we won't get no justice, they don't get no peace.
Unite as a neighborhood. American veterans. USA. If it wasn't for veterans, you wouldn't be free.
I bet you wouldn't stand up without the cops, though. I bet you that. You're a whole punk-ass man.
My dad was a World War II veteran. We didn't win World War II.
So what about shit about your dad?
Look, I salute him. But if it wasn't for veterans, you wouldn't be free.
Our elders helped in that war. They built, this whole country is built on the backs of black men and women. So we don't want to hear that. We got loved ones that was in the war as well.
I'm still mad y'all killed Martin, so that's why I'm and Malcolm. I'm still mad. I just want to sit here and talk about how much I made. No. They got a whole SWAT
Do the
team
bullhorn
for
for a
10
minute.
people.
Good. Let me get some
Matter of
food.
fact,
Ace,
it ain't even 10.
let him see the bullhorn for a second.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's eight of us. SWAT
Hold on
team
1 second. Ike, you
for
talk.
8 people.
His name was David Jones. He was killed, murdered on June 8th by the man that lives at 8606 Brittle Road. Brittle Road. That's B-R-I-B-L-E Road. 8606. Officer Ryan Pownhall shot David Jones twice in the back on June 8th as he ran away. You all seen the footage. It was graphic. It's horrific. This is the second time shooting a black man in the back. He also shot another black man in his back in July of 2010. That man is now paralyzed.
We teach our kids to trust police, right? Now when you tell your kids, if your husband got shot by police, what you gonna tell your son? Trust the police, call 911?
How many people can he shoot?
Yeah, he's scared.
How many people can he get away with murdering? He's a killer. He shoots to kill. He's a killer.
If you're just joining in, this is the home of Ryan Pownhall from the 15th District, but we're in the 7th Police District. Officers have responded to 8606 Brittle Road.
Shoot into a busy street. Shoot into a busy street with a gravity running park. Easy as hell. Guys ride dirt bikes, do wheelies up and down Front Street, Fifth Street all day, every day. Nobody even gets pulled over for that.
For black people, when they
You
come
don't get
demanding
pulled
for
over
justice.
for dirt bikes in the street.
This is what black people have to face. This is where what we are dealt with when we stand.
But you got a racist son of a bitch that lives at 8606 Brittle Road. Ryan Pownhall.
I got you.
That shoots black men in the back.
We all work today. That's why we came at 6. We pay taxes. We all work today.
We're not on Section 8. We're not on
That's why we came at 6.
projects, on government assistance, none of that shit. Just like these racist son of a bitches. All of them. All lined up. They got here in 2.2 minutes, y'all. Look at all these fucking cops standing out here doing nothing. Doing fucking nothing. Looking fucking stupid. Go ahead, shoot me in my back, you racist piece of shit. Go
They
ahead.
didn't went all in his
Shoot me in my
house.
back. Go ahead.
They all in his house.
Shoot me in my fucking back. Go ahead. Shoot me in my back. That's all the fuck y'all good for.
They went in there.
Racist son of a bitch. Ryan Pownhall, we will be back. We'll keep coming back.
Because I got to go to work tomorrow. I pay taxes.
We're going to make your life very uncomfortable until your ass is gone. Because you need to be the fuck gone.
How many days is it with no answers? How many? How many days?
It's been over 90 days now.
90 days, over 90, no answers. But when the woman got shot by the black cop, it was the next day, right? She was charged the next day when he got shot. The lady was crying and everything because it was a different person that got shot. I'm over it.
Nobody is fucking safe until justice is served.
Reverend Clay,
Nobody is safe.
90 days, no answers.
Nobody. The disruptions will continue in this city.
happens it again. What is it, 3 strikes you're out shooting in the back?
Until this racist piece of shit is in jail for what he did.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
John, just want to get a quick comment. Do you think that the officers are here today because of the protests, or more so to show solidarity with Ryan in terms of the way they stood in front of us?
Sorry, police helicopter.
All fucking summer, we've been telling you.
It's definitely because they brought the protest to the guy's front door. That's why.
But you think they're here to protect the home or to show solidarity with Ryan?
Oh, definitely solidarity. With the cop. Yeah, that's why they're all standing there. They all know what he did. They all know he's wrong. 2 guys shot in the back in 7 years. You don't get, I'm saying, what is it, 3 strikes before you're out after you shoot people in the back? This is all about the blue line sticking together. That's all it's about.
15, 16, 17, 18.
If you guys are looking at it, there's a police helicopter that's now circling Brittle Road. There's 6 protesters, approximately 6 protesters, more than 24 police officers here.
We will be back. We're going to make your life very uncomfortable, Ryan. Ryan, we're going to keep coming back, Ryan. Ryan, you never know where we're going to be, Ryan. We're coming for you, Ryan. Justice will be served. Yeah, get it off, cameraman. Get it off. Get it off. This will not stop until justice for David Jones is served.
And they tell me they scared. We're surrounded.
A family. His actions create another party.
It doesn't matter.
We are not going.
The mayor wasn't safe, as I told you. Governor Rendell wasn't safe. No one is safe.
You're looking at the house of Ryan Pownhall, who's been assigned to the 15th district when he stands accused of killed David Jones. We're on Brittle Road in northeast Philadelphia. Officers have formed a line in front of the property. As you can see, there's a chopper that's been circling the neighborhood.
Yeah, they got all kind of shit out here. Look at this shit, Joe.
Drop another bomb like they did with Move.
There's a helicopter out here. If you're just joining us, we are on Brittle Road in front of the home of Officer Ryan Pownhall, who stands accused of killing David Jones on June 8th. Officers from the 7th District have responded. At least more than 24 of them have formed a line in front of his property. There's about 5 or 6 activists out here, including Asa Khalif of Black Lives Matter and Isaac Gardner of the Justice for David Jones Coalition. Choppers have been circulating the neighborhood for at least the last 5 minutes. They have sent SWAT away. There's now 2 helicopters that you can see. There's one there, and then there's one here. If you're just watching, it's one helicopter, and then there's another. Neighbors have not responded well to these protests. It's been at times very confrontational. This is a largely white neighborhood.
It's somebody else's business.
I'm going to let you guys loosen in for a second. Okay.
They never even made it. So he's minding somebody else's business, jumps out, causes pure havoc, and kills this man. There's a video, I don't know when we don't arrest people with videos. That's why we taping all this shit now, in case y'all get stupid. But I don't understand. We see the cops going in there, the friendly neighborhood thing, cop to cop. He killed somebody's child. He killed somebody's father, brother. He killed somebody's uncle, somebody's grandson. But okay, maybe that ain't enough for you. He shot somebody else black 7 years ago.
Right.
He just ain't died.
Right.
But he paraplegic. Maybe that ain't enough for you. He got over 10 write-ups, 4 for elderly black women. Is he a racist yet to you? Is he a racist? We're not having it. We're not having it. So y'all can have a straight face all you want, but your kids can drive in a car and don't get pulled over. When a cop get behind us, we squeeze the steering wheel because we petrified.
That's right,
we scared we're going to get shot. We're scared. We don't know what y'all going to do to us. Or young kids that's growing up. I used to tell my grandson to call the police when he was in trouble. Now I tell his ass to run from the police. The police is murderers. They'll kill your ass. Your black ass, they will kill you. up, but do not dial 911 and one of y'all show up. You see how there's only about 2 or 3 black cops here? This is how it normally is for us. We used to this. And we gotta live within this racist system. But he ain't gonna get no peace. His wife ain't gonna get no sleep tonight. He ain't gonna get no sleep. Because even when we born, he gonna be up all night. He gonna be up all night. You cannot keep killing our kids, our families, our brothers, our uncles, our grandsons, our children. You can't. And we're gonna continue to come out here. He gonna ask me how much steps is okay? Like I told him, I got a doorman. I'll make him my doorman. I'll make him my doorman. You ever heard of the rich Party? That's where this black ass lives. And I did work today. That's why we started at 6. I make triple what y'all make. It don't matter if I made $1. I don't deserve to be dead from y'all bullets. And neither do my
He said,
children.
yes, she does.
I could be poor
He said, yes,
or
you do.
whatever. Yes, I do what? Deserve to be dead? If these cops wasn't here, your ass would be. Yeah, you're a punk. That's why you whisper. Say what you got to say to me in my face. You wouldn't even be saying it if that wasn't out. That's why you stay in your little circle. That's why you stay here.
You wouldn't be running your goddamn mouth if the police weren't here to protect you. You're
You
standing up for a guy who had a goddamn gun.
He didn't have a gun at the time he was killed. He didn't have a gun at the time he was killed. He didn't have a gun. He didn't have a gun at the time he was killed. He didn't have a gun at the time he was killed, sir. He didn't have a gun at the time he was killed. No, he did not.
Get off private property.
Sure. This is no longer private property. It's no longer private property.
You shouldn't shoot somebody who has a gun illegally. You shouldn't do that. Why should you be allowed to do that?
Couldn't find a gun because the gun was way over there. Is that wrong? Right. No respect, asshole.
Right around the corner. We know where to find him. Right around. We know where to find him.
Get your ass back in the house. Get in the house.
Back to your own camp.
Stop making it about you. Get in the house. This is what we're talking about. If you truly want to have a dialogue, then let's have a dialogue. We're not here. No, we are here because a man was shot in our community. I would expect everybody to
Was he innocent? No.
Yes, he was innocent.
Does he have
and
a
you're not even
record?
trying to have a
Does he
you
have a
cannot have a
record?
conversation,
Does
ma'am.
he have a record?
Listen.
Does he have
Does
a
it
record?
matter if he had a record or
Yes,
not? Does
it
anyone deserve to be shot in the back? This is why we can't have a conversation.
No, it don't
Because you
matter.
ignorant asses don't want to listen. Go home. Go in the house and go home.
You're home.
Go home. We're
home.
not going to be
home,
intimidated by
big guy.
any of
We're
you.
home.
Get in the house
This is
because
where
we
we
don't
live.
want to hear it.
We're home.
We want justice for David
We are
Jones.
home.
And if we don't get no justice, you
don't
will
get
not get no
What's
peace.
justice?
We
What's
want
justice?
justice for David
What is
Jones.
justice?
That's
Define
it.
justice.
It's not up for
Define
debate.
justice.
We want justice
Define
for
justice.
David Jones,
What's the
or if we
definition
don't
of
get no
justice?
justice, you don't get no
What's
peace.
the definition of justice? You get
This
your
is
way.
what
That's justice,
definition
right?
is. This
Bullshit.
is the definition of
Yeah,
justice
this is
right
bullshit.
here.
This is
Shutting
the
you
way
racist
everybody's side.
motherfuckers down. That's what
Everybody's
it is about.
racist. Everybody's racist.
You're a racist
Don't you get
bigot.
tired of
Get
using
your
that
ass
word?
in there.
Don't you
We
get tired
want
of leaning on that
justice.
fuck
If
you?
we
Don't
don't
get
get no
tired
justice,
of
you
it?
can't fuck me. You're not my
Don't
type,
get tired of
kid.
leaning on that
You
fuck
can't
you?
fuck me. You're not my
Don't get
type,
tired of
kid.
leaning on that.
Just like a closet racist. Always want to go back in the closet. Talking about
Everything's
fucking
racist.
people. Get out here. The fact of the matter is, we're not going to. We don't give a fuck. This is our neighborhood now. This is our fucking neighborhood.
Make us get
We
the fuck
occupied it, motherfucker. We occupied
John, hold this for a second. Just hold it.
Fuck you. We occupy this motherfucking neighborhood. It's our fucking neighborhood now, motherfucker. They come in our neighborhood and kill us. We gonna come in your motherfucking neighborhood and shut it the fuck down. Get the fuck out of here. This is our motherfucking streets right now. This is our streets right the fuck now. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. Fuck y'all motherfuckers.
Klan rally over here on the sidewalk now.
Because you
Klan
got
rally over here now. Asa started.
that's killing black people in our neighborhood. And y'all motherfuckers gonna suffer for it too. We don't, and anybody
You
that's
don't give a shit.
We
That's
don't
why.
give a fuck
That's why you
about
don't know.
nothing
You
but
give a
justice for David Jones. That's what the fuck we care about. You don't give a fuck about us. We want justice for David Jones.
You're talking to us. You do give a shit because you're talking to us.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I do give a shit. I give a shit. Now fucking bums being in my
Get your fucking ass. Then do something about it. Do something about it, motherfucker. We in your block.
Big man.
Do something about it. Get the fuck out of here.
Like I wouldn't slap your ass. Like I wouldn't bull right through.
I'm not hard to find, motherfucker. I'm not hard to find.
Sounds like a threat, huh?
Just Google Asa Khalid.
He doesn't care.
What?
Shoving up your ass.
You are?
Shoving up your ass.
Some kind of weirdo? Oh, I'm all shook up, man. Why? Did you say so? Go back to your clan meeting. That's what you want to do? You want to fuck guys? You want to fuck guys? You want to fuck guys?
Shut up! Shut up!
No peace until we get justice.
Yeah.
Did they say he was going in the house? He said everybody let's go in the house.
Go the fuck on in the house, get your cheese sandwiches, motherfucker. We don't give a fuck about your feelings. We don't give a fuck about your feelings.
Because he white? Look at you, you're a whole fuck.
We want justice for David Jones.
You say that
You're the one talking about
I don't even know why they're talking to this dumb motherfucker.
Another black guy, right? It don't matter. Yeah. Another black guy shot back.
We want justice.
Just another wife without a husband.
We want justice for David Jones.
Another kid, more kids without a dad. That's fine.
Y'all motherfucking cops are coming into our neighborhoods. You're killing our fucking brothers and sisters. And now it's time for you motherfuckers to feel the pain. You come and occupy our neighborhoods, we're flipping this shit. We are now coming and occupying your motherfucking neighborhood. And this won't be the first time and it won't be the last fucking time we come. Long as that pig fucking cop over there is killing our people, until his ass is locked up, none of y'all motherfuckers.
Get off the block. Get the fuck off the block. Apparently I'm not. When you're not here, I will fucking make the cop. You're gonna make the cop protect you. Come on my block one more fucking time.
Oh, that sounds like another threat. Keep making threats. Keep making threats, guys.
You are not running a motherfucking thing here. We done told you this is a Black Lives Matter, justice for David Jones occupation. Take your ass in the motherfucking house. Take your ass in the house. Take your fucking asses in the house. We're not fucking moving. Fuck y'all. We want justice for David Jones. We want justice for David Jones. Take your ass in the house. You ain't gonna do a goddamn thing to our allies. Get your ass in the house. Go home. Go the fuck in the house. Don't you got Roseanne or Seven Heaven or something? Go home. We want justice for David Jones.
Did you hear him, sir?
If we don't get no justice, we won't get no peace.
I hate you when I don't need you, officer. I hate you when I don't need you.
No peace. You're supposed to be going home by now. How many times are you going to go home?
Look in the mirror.
Kick your heels 3 times, Dorothy, and go the fuck back home to Kansas. Click your heels 3 times, Dorothy, and take your ass back home to Kansas. You're not going to shut nothing the fuck down. We've already shut it down, motherfuckers. What? We've already shut it down.
That's not a threat. That's a
I choke kids. I choke kids.
You gangsters, you computer gangsters talking shit on the computer. Now we're the fuck here. What? We're the fuck here now.
We ain't stupid. We know the legalities of this thing.
We want justice for David Jones.
Go buy that house around the corner. These people are nice around here. Go buy that house around the corner.
I never see. I feel like this is set off for this goddamn helicopter shit.
Exactly. The ancestors gonna make them crash. So keep it up.
Who are they? Who are these guys?
I don't know who they are, but as long as they're not touching us, I don't give a fuck.
Who's them? Who?
The three amigos.
Who the fuck are you?
Get the fuck out of here. Look, we don't give a fuck. Just don't put your hands on none of us and it'll be all good. We want the pig cop arrested. We want the pig cop arrested. We want the pig cop arrested. When are you going to arrest the pig cop? When are you going to arrest the pig cop? Get away from our car. Get away. I'm going in my car. Get away from our car. I gave him a fucking warning. Get away from our fucking car.
Move. I'm allowed to be here. Just like you're allowed to be here.
You better get the fuck out the way. Get away from our car.
Sorry.
Get away from our fucking car. Get away from our fucking car. Get away from our car.
Sorry. I'm away. Come on.
He ain't doing shit.
Get the fuck away from our car. You fucking racist.
Blue
I don't give a motherfucker about my language when you're a fucking pig cop that killed our motherfucking brother. Fuck that bullshit. You don't want to hear down, give a fuck. Fuck all that bullshit. We want justice for David Jones. And that's it. So I don't give two shit. That's right. And your pig cop is a disgrace too.
Right.
We want justice because that pig cop killed our dear brother. And we want justice.
He's a murderer.
We want justice for David Jones. That's what we want. Justice for David Jones. That's what we want. It's all over. Fuck me once and we don't give a damn. We're going to come back and post more. We don't care. Every day we're coming back. Every fucking day. Until we get justice for David Jones.
I thought he was going in the
My access card to pay for the print. I'm so broken. Right, you know.
You
No,
hold
it's funny
You
'cause you guys
hold
are the only ones.
Go home. I thought you was going home. I thought you was going home.
We don't.
The only ones
I thought you was going home.
Nobody here said anything about
Oh, yes,
race
they
and
did.
income.
Yes, they
That's what you
did.
said.
Yes, they did. Yes, he did. He said, y'all pay taxes.
No, nobody said anything about
Oh, yes, he did.
I thought you was going home. I thought you was going
I
home.
am home. I thought you were
I
going
thought you was going home. No, this is occupation. We're not going home.
Well, we're not going either. Well, we're not going either.
Well, I'm good, then we can stay
Your
in
punk
here.
ass scared to leave his search warrant. Come in a black nation.
I shall. Okay,
Shut up.
I did.
Shut up. Shut up, you fake. Shut up, you fake ass blonde. Shut up, you fake ass blonde.
You don't need the bullhorn right here.
I'm being shot in the back. Is that your argument? Are you kidding me? Please. We don't care. That pig cop was acting out of order. He killed our brother, so we don't give a damn how you think right now. We really don't give a damn how any of you think. This pig cop is going to go down, and you guys are going to have to deal with it too. We don't care. We don't care. We are here because we want justice for David Jones.
It's crazy.
That's why we're here.
Right there.
That's why we're here. We want justice for David Jones.
You see the man in his back.
It's how the world's supposed to be. Black and white. Peace. Not white and white. Why does every white person got something to say about a black man being murdered?
Right, so now I'm telling you why now you want to That's why. Who you think you're talking to?
Nobody else brought up race.
Make me shut it up. Make me.
Nobody else brought up race. Why
Won't you come over here and make us shut up, big man?
Make me get out.
You're going to need every fucking cop you have to put your hands on our sister. I promise you.
That's what y'all do. Go take
All
her.
right, we ain't got to talk no
Go
more.
take her person.
No more talking. If you're going to do it, just come on over here and do
You
it.
virgin.
We ain't going to argue no more. If you're going to do it, come over here and do it, and it'll be whatever. It'll be whatever.
It's
It
only
will be
80
whatever.
before
It
you
will
are
be. Look, I'm not talking no more. Just come on over here and do it.
Do we look
Fuck
scared?
all the talking. Let's just go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it. You're still talking. I'm in the street. Or whatever. We want justice for David Jones. We told you that the pig cop is not going to get any fucking rest. We want justice for David Jones. Justice for David Jones.
Why is that?
Justice.
Why don't you explain why I'm a disgrace?
That's what we want. And that's what we're going to get. Because if we don't get no justice, this black And no pig cop is
Oh,
protected
no, in your heart, not my heart. No.
We want justice
My what?
for David Jones.
Disgrace to what?
To
what? To what? To myself?
What do you try? He deserves to be breathing. He doesn't have the luxury of being alive like you do. We want justice for David Jones. His life matters.
You may want to go roll up your windows if you want.
We want justice for you, F. John. This man was supposed to be going home 1,000 times. Click your heels. And that's what they do. We're gonna stand here and let you beat our allies.
I don't talk
Come
tough,
on,
man. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to stand there and take it while you're fishing it out.
You're not gonna do nothing.
Why is that?
You're a bunch of punks. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't like your French.
Because you say so.
I don't like your French.
We want justice
And you beat up kids.
for David Jones.
All the time. All the time.
We want justice for David Jones.
They not mad at nothing but the fact that you're
Grab him by the throat. Take your job.
white on white. That's right. White power. Go get a white sheet. Get a white sheet.
And turn himself in, and so he can be charged with murder. Please tell the pig cop to come outside with his hands up and
Your old ass ain't gonna leave this situation. Your old ass ain't gonna say that in the black neighborhood, will you? Will you? Will you? Go get some sneaks, you dirty. Look at you dirty, bitch. That's right. Black people got feds. That's right. Black people got feds. We not Barbie dolls. We don't starve. We ain't gonna live in anorexia. We eat. Bitch, we eat. We got feds. We eat.
You're a good
we
teacher.
want justice. When we get justice, then we can leave.
Where did I beat up a kid?
And your wife's a Barbie doll because she anorexic.
Ridiculous.
You're making a statement.
Disrespectful. That's who they are. They're Trump supporters. Of course they believe in misogyny and disrespect for women. Of course.
No, I didn't.
If you're just tuning in, we're outside of, we're on Brittle Road in the far northeast, outside of the home of Officer Ryan Pownhall, who stands accused of killing David Jones on June 8th. We're in the far northeast, is a largely white neighborhood. The neighbors have not responded to this protest kindly. Some of them have made some less than flattering remarks, some about race, some about income. This is the home right here of Officer Ryan Pownhall. We're at 8606 Brittle Road in the far northeast. Police helicopters have been circulating. Neighbors have responded angrily. Cops have just started pulling out.
The murder of our dear brother David Jones. Once that happens, we'll be more than happy to leave. We're going to keep coming back.
You know why they're there. Why are you asking me that? You got all the information.
This is a man's family at home. You want to protest? Go back to the district where you told everyone you want to feed at night.
Wow, stop watching us. That's
I came for the party.
That's right, you down the district.
The only person I yelled at was the cop put their hand on me.
I'm here
That's
now
the only
with
person I yelled at.
school teacher.
Whoever needs to come through, but the only person who's blocking the street is the cop.
You want everybody here safe and back.
I got you, man.
Not going. We want justice for David Jones. This is a Black Lives Matter Justice for David Jones coalition occupation. I don't understand what you understand about it. This is not a stock hop. This is an occupation.
Brittle Road, BRIDLE Road in the far northeast.
8606 Brittle Road. Right there, 8606 Brittle Road.
Police helicopters have been circulating the neighborhood for a while now.
We want justice. We want the killer cop to come out of the house and turn himself over to be charged with murder.
We will be back.
That's what we want. We want the pig killer cop who murdered our dear brother David Jones to come out and surrender so he can be processed and charged with murder. Because that's the charges that apply in this situation. If I'm shooting someone in the back that's running from me, I should be charged with murder. Am I right there, Ike?
Absolutely.
And I should go to jail. I should be prosecuted, and I should go to jail for taking that life while they were fleeing. So it's no different from me than this pig cop here. You've taken a life, and we're not going to let it go away. We're not going away. counsel people. We are shutting politicians down. We shut out the loved and beloved Bobby Heenan. We shut his ass down twice. We're not going away. We want justice for David Jones. I thought you had the memo by now. We want to, that doesn't bother us because we're still here. By ourselves. That's how this it is.
He just took a Percocet.
Exactly. Take one. If you had a hookup in the hood, you would have had one by now. We want justice, but y'all just as pill poppers down here too. You probably can go around the corner and get one.
No, this is a meth neighborhood.
This is a meth neighborhood. That's right. That's right. This is a meth neighborhood. Nevertheless, get off the drugs. Say no to drugs. Drugs kill. Drugs are bad. But this pig cop needs to come out and be arrested for murder. We're charging the pig killer cop with murder. He killed our brother David Jones, and his life mattered. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable to shoot someone while they're running and fleeing. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's murder, and that's what we're charging this cop with. We want the killer cop to come out of the house and turn himself in and to be officially charged with murder. Who did he kill, Brother Asa? He killed our brother David Jones. You've seen the videotape. The footage speaks for itself. Running away. Running for his life. This police officer shot someone before. Did you know that? Did you know he shot someone in the back before? This killer cop that you call neighbor, he shot someone and the person's a survivor now. He is paralyzed. He was a man of color. Do you get the pattern that I'm setting here for you? Flash forward to 2017. He shot another black person, a black man in the back. His name was David Jones. Unfortunately, our dear brother didn't survive. This is a pattern. Are you aware of the many complaints that this officer has against him by black, brown, and even poor white people? Did you know he was charged? He had a write-up about kicking a white woman who was a sex worker and knocking both her teeth out? Did y'all know that? Did you know the mother of that sex worker who lives right in this neighborhood came to us at Black Lives Matter asking for assistance? Did you know that? She was not black, she was white. And we helped her because she was a victim of police violence. I don't care what color you are. If police are abusing you, you have a right to fight back. You have a right to report that police officer. You have a right to hold the police officer accountable. They are not judge, jury, and executioner. There are steps to this. That's why we have a court system. We have a judge. We have juries. Your job is to protect and serve, not to issue violence and death. That's not your job.
I don't know.
So before you're so quick to defend the pig cop, you better know his resume.
Look him up. Ask for his complaints.
We're going to file the complaint. We're going to post the complaint online. You can read it for yourself.
He attacks white people too. Trust me.
White women are being attacked by this pig cop. I don't care if they are sex workers. He has no right to do that. Know who you are standing for before you start to call us the enemy. We are against police violence in any form. Everyone is due their due process. No one has the right to assault you. family. You've taken somebody from the community, our community, that was loved. You've left pain and hurt in his son's heart. I know y'all don't give a fuck, but it is.
The officer that just showed up, he's at you at 9 o'clock. That's the 15th district captain. Right there. Oh, him right there. Luca.
Okay.
Go home. The longer you hang around, the longer he's
Yes, go home. So we can have one here to talk about
Hey, go home.
You're blocking the air. You're blocking the energy.
Protect
Go
the
in your
murderer.
house.
Go
You can hear
home.
us from there.
Go home. Go home. Go home. Go home. Go home. Go home. Listen to your leader. Go home.
Can they do this? Can they come back tomorrow? Yeah. We can come, like the cop said. They have his address. They can come every day. So we'll be back every day. Tomorrow we're going to bring dinner. So for those of you who got your little favorite cop in the corner, can they do this every day? Yep. This is illegal. We can do this every day. Here you go.
Thinking about violating our rights. We have two prominent attorneys.
Officer right there behind
You are very familiar with them who are already online.
That's the captain from 15th district.
Oh, no, I'm sitting my way. That's why I put this in his face.
Defend us.
I know who he is. Flood him out my
So we're good. So if you want to step there, you will get a lawsuit from these two prominent attorneys who are representing Black Lives Matter movement, PA, and the Justice for Coalition of a David Jones coalition.
Neighbors have begun to go in. Police officers still here.
So we want you to go home.
Helicopters still going around. Officer Luca from the 15th district has arrived on the scene. He is in charge of the 5th district in which the officer Ryan Pownhall works.
Organize others to come back. We know where the killer cop lives, and he will not get any peace until we get justice for David Jones. When his family stays up and cry, we want him to stay up late and cry. His family's heart is heavy. His heart is going to be heavy. His children are crying. Your children are going to cry. Big cop. That's why we are here. And when we leave, it's because we are ready to leave. But we will come back. This is not over. We want justice for David Jones. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Hey, watch her back. Watch her back.
Come on, sister. Come on, sister. Come on back.
They're not handling it right.
Come on back.
I told y'all, not you. I didn't see you.
We're good. We're about to roll out. Hold on. We're rolling out for now. Let everybody get back in the circle so we can make sure that our sisters and our brothers are safe.
Yeah, the one with the beard. Tell me, I'm Muslim, right, bitch? You're not Muslim. We wouldn't even have you in Muslim religion.
If civil affairs are there, please escort our sisters.
Where you parked? Near me, right?
My husband is in the
Okay, we got it. Okay.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This has been quite the protest. If you were just joining us, this is Brother Drummer out here in the far northeast, 8606 Brittle Road, in front of the house of Officer Ryan Pownhall, who stands accused of killing David Jones. If you could see, you could probably see somebody peeking in the window. This is the home. This is where cops have been protecting. Most of these cops are from the 7th district. As you can see right here in the house in the far northeast, the protest is getting ready to wrap
Nothing to lose
up.
but our chains.
It is our duty to protect one another.
It is our duty to protect one another.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and protect one another.
We must love and protect one another.
We have nothing to lose but our
You can
chains.
see shadows in the hurting. If you see it closely, you can see shadows in the house.
Justice for David Jones.
Justice for David Jones.
Justice for David Jones.
Justice for David Jones.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
We'll be back, team.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back with the next protest. But for all you guys who tuned in for the whole hour protest, thank you. This will be posted on my Facebook page Stay tuned for the full report tomorrow. And until next time, I'm Flood the Drummer, and I'm drumming for justice.